Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have a ton of cruises canceled for one of the brand new ships launching this year, as well as some new visa requirements coming into effect for multiple countries. So the first story is Virgin Cruise Line is set to launch their brand new ship, the Brilliant Lady, the fourth ship now in the fleet in December. Unfortunately, they've come into some problems. They're not going to be able to run the ship. They've canceled their inaugural 5-night and their inaugural 7-night cruises in December. Not only that, they've gone out and they've canceled all the cruises until past the 20th of April. So how many months is that? December, January, February, March, April, 5 months in delay. The real worrisome thing on that situation is the fact that they have no inaugural sailing scheduled after that. They're not coming up with a release date of when the ship will sail. So people who have already booked the ship past April still have to be up in the air wondering, is the ship going to sail even for those cruises by then? Now, Virgin Cruise Line has come out and they have offered every sailing that was canceled alternative sailings on the Scarlet Lady or the Resilient Lady. And they're sort of equal. In some cases, it might be a 7-day cruise and you're offered either the 6-day cruise or the 8-day cruise on the other ship. They have not come out and said, well, what happens if you don't want to take one of those alternative cruises? What happens if you just want to cancel? Are you going to be able to get a full refund? Presumably so. I'm guessing you should be able to get a full refund for something along these lines when they cancel the entire cruise because the ship isn't ready. I'm pretty sure they can't just keep your money and say, well, you have to go on another ship, especially when you're booking the brand new ship in the fleet that everybody always wants to get on, right? If you're a fan of Virgin Cruise Lines, you want to check out their brand new ship. Not a great story. It's not the first time that Virgin Voyages has had to delay their ships. Remember their very first ship, the Scarlet Lady? It launched the very first month of the pandemic. So she was delayed like, I don't know, a year and a half. Not a great time to launch a brand new cruise line, but they've been doing pretty well ever since then. They have a loyal fan base growing with the adult-only community. And it's a little bit different. It's a different kind of a ship. They don't call themselves passengers or anything. They're sailors. They don't have a buffet. They have this open restaurant that's sort of like a buffet. They're just trying to be a little bit different, and some people really love it and some people don't. I can see the disappointment though in not being able to get on the brand new ship. Remember, I just announced recently on my other channel that I'm going on the Icon of the Seas on an inaugural sailing that I was invited to for a 3-day because of the travel agency. But that's the risk of booking those inaugural sailings. Sometimes they just don't happen. Okay, we also have some countries out there that are changing visa requirements. One of those places I'm going to this January is Brazil. I'm flying into Brazil to go on a 7 Seas cruise, and they are changing the visa requirements. Right now, I didn't need one as a Canadian citizen, or if you're from the United States, Australia, Japan, you're able to just fly with your passport. They're now having a visa requirement. It's an electronic visa requirement, just like Australia and New Zealand do. So it's not difficult to obtain one. What's difficult right now is it's still not online. It was supposed to be starting as of October 1st of this year. You're going to need a visa to travel to that country. However, because they don't have it ready yet, it's now been postponed until the end of the year, around December 30th. Not great for me. I'm supposed to be in Brazil around the 20th of January, which leaves me very short time to get approved for a visa. They do say, however, that it should be available 30 days before the deadline takes effect. So that's at least some good news, and I imagine if it's not up and running by December, perhaps they will postpone it again for a few more months. Another country that is now instituting some new visa requirements is Egypt. And for instance, here in Canada, you used to be able to go there and just get an electronic visa. Many people will sign up, get the electronic visa, and when you land at the airport, it's already attached to your passport electronically. Everything's good with your number. However, as of October 1st, if you have an electronic visa, you will be denied entry. They are going to be considered void, even if you've already got it approved. So you've already signed up, you already have your visa documents, you're all set. Yeah, doesn't matter. It will be void if coming from Canada. You now have to get either by snail mail or get a visa approval at the embassy in Ottawa or Montreal. The only two places in Canada you can get an Egypt visa. I happen to live in this city. Happy that that's a cool thing if I ever have to go to Egypt. Now, there is some good news for cruise travelers out there. Celebrity Cruise Line has been in touch with Egypt Tourist Board and the government there, and they say that people will be able to get a 72-hour visa on cruise ships. The electronic visa going away and the needing of a document visa is only for people arriving by air. So we will be able to get on a cruise and they will come aboard and stamp your passport, giving you access to Egypt for 72 hours. That is still a thing, at least for now. So cruisers, we're not affected too much by this, other than the inconvenience of having to line up, and that may take away shore time. That may, they may come out early, they may come out late. It may now have cruise lines adjusting the times that they're in the cruise port. Perhaps skipping another port to give you a longer time in the port because of the visa requirement entries. It's a little bit of a mess, much less a mess than the Brazil one is right now, because they don't even have the visa form up and running yet, and they were threatening to cancel people's visas. And now they're saying, well, in December 30th it'll be ready. You should be able to do it 30 days ahead of time. We will see. We will see. And it is a shame about Virgin's brand new ship, the Brilliant Lady. Don't have a launch date yet. We'll announce that as soon as they come up with a brand new schedule, when they think they'll be up there. They're just saying it's supply chain and staffing issues. That's always the buzzword these days of anybody who can't deliver on time anything. It's always supply chain issues. I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.